And welcome back to Show Me St. Louis. School might be back in session for some, but the heat hasn't left yet. So what better way to cool down than by enjoying some of our wonderful parks that offer a little splash on the side. Malik Wilson joins us live to share.
Morning, Mary. Yeah, I'm still a little wet here. You know, I'm trying to keep myself cool in this hot weather out here. Like I said, we're down here at City Garden at one of the many splash pads around St. Louis. But, you know, we were thinking about who could we talk to tell us all about this, right? And what better person to talk to us about it is Luke Farrell with STL Bucket List, the founder CEO, who also has a little one on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, thank you so much for joining us. Fill us in on all the splash pads around St. Louis and where the people at home can go.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you guys for having us on today. Splash pads, it's the end of summer. You guys want to soak up those last few days before the kiddos go back to school. We're at one of the best ones in the city right behind us, City Garden. But I wanted to give you guys a couple free options all over the greater metro. So starting out in De Pere, De Pere Park has a great free splash pad. Avery Park over in Kirkwood. And also back in my hometown, Dardine Prairie, all the way out in O'Fallon, Missouri, at the City Hall, they got a great free splash pad. And then for my city folks, head over to Benton Park. At Benton Park, you can go to the splash sculpture there and bring the kids out, enjoy those last few days of summer.
Definitely. So, like I told, we were talking off air a little bit about your excitement for the new one. At what age do you think you're going to start bringing her out to the splash pad?
So, I don't know. We was talking to the wife about it. So, we do have a bucket list baby on the way in January. So, I want to get my daughter into swimming early because I want them to be able to know how to swim. I want them to be comfortable in the water. So I think like in that first year, in that first summer, we're gonna go out to the splash pads. So.
Definitely. And it's funny, we did a story a few months ago now about an aquatic center that brings in the babies as young as like 3 weeks. I've never heard of this before, but I mean, I guess that creates the next Olympic swimmer or something like that, and you just never know. But for you, who's from here, how often did you come out to splash pads and stuff like that? How did you enjoy your summers when you were a kid?
Yeah, absolutely. So growing up in the greater St. Louis area, I used to love going to water parks all over St. Louis. But the splash pads are nice because you get both. You get the best of both worlds. You get the beautiful parks. You can get a little wet, get in the splash pad, hang out with your family. So I grew up in St. Louis, and I mean we have some of the best free attractions all over the city, so we're very blessed.
Definitely. Luke, we appreciate you so much for joining us here. If all the information that you're going to need is right there on your screen, be sure to screenshot that as always. Me and Luke are going to go over and play in the water a little bit. He's saying he has a meeting to go to, but you can go there wet, man. You can go there wet, right?
Man, it's summer, baby. We got to live it up.
The summer is only here for a little, and so we got to enjoy the water and all the wetness while we can. Mary, we need to get you out of the studio and come on down.
You are just down the street. I mean, I can use it. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like fun. And just being right next to that City Garden Park, whenever we leave work, we see so many kids in that area. So it really starts to pick up as the heat picks up. So thanks for sharing. And I love that STL Bucket List is here because I know I get all my tips and tricks about St. Louis from them.